We will start in the last lesson. Last part we'll be discussing at the end of this lesson. So because similar topic will be there in this lesson as well. So this is the last part of marketing mix, which is the place. So we will be discussing about distribution. Right? So we have discussed product, price, promotion, and this is the place. We can just write down the topic, managing distribution channels. Here we will be discussing about how products and services will be moving from producers to customers. During that process, what are the things, all the things that we have to consider in terms of products and services, especially products movements and also product storage. So those things we will be learning under this, right? So then here we will be covering physical movement of goods, how to when it comes to the storage, and we will be discussing about intermediaries and what are the different distribution channels we can use, distribution strategies. Likewise, these points, some of these points we will be discussing in detail, right? So mainly distribution in here, the main idea is how products and services will be moving from producer to customer. Right? So in there, what are the different methods available, and also what are the other services that we have considered. Then here, you can just write down the importance of intermediaries. We will be discussing about intermediaries first. Before discussing the importance, so here there are different ways that we can distribute our product. One way is manufacturer or the producer, they can directly sell their products to the customer. Right? Direct sales we can do. If not, if the company is a large scale one or like that, if they can use some intermediaries, that means some other people to do the distribution part. So the manufacturer will be one person, that means producer will be one person. Those who are distributing will be separate people, right? In the first case, manufacturer as well as the distributor is only one person. So they will do the production as well as distribution to the customer. In other cases, manufacturer can be a separate person. They can get the support of other people to distribute product. Those people are what we call intermediaries. So in there we can use wholesalers and retailers, or else any other agents support we can get. Okay. So then here first I will explain about importance, and I will give you what are those different distribution methods, right? So then intermediaries mean it can be wholesalers, retailers, or maybe even agents. any kind of intermediate person who will be helping to distribute products. So then first one is market coverage. So when it's come to wholesalers and retailers, they can distribute product to a huge marketplace. That means when it's come to the manufacturer or the producer, they can try to sell products by themselves. Right? Products distribute karanavana, they may not be able to reach to many market. That means many. That means they may not be able to cover a huge portion of the market, right? But if they use the support of other intermediaries as well, then products can be distributed to many people in the market. That's what here it says market coverage. That means if we use intermediate people, we can cover more market than selling and producing by only one person. Right? For example, market compare අපේ කම්පැනි එකේ ඩිස්ට්‍රිබියුට් කරන්නේ අපිම තමයි. ඒකට අපිම ඩිස්ට්‍රිබියුට් කරනවා නම් අපිට කවර් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ මාකට් එකේ පොඩි ප්‍රමාණයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. We can reach to only few customers. හැබැයි අපි ප්‍රොඩියුස් කරන ප්‍රොඩක්ට් අපෙන් තව business organizations purchase කරලා ඒගොල්ලෝ තව sell කරනවා නම් maybe those who are located in some other regions, then we can distribute our product to those regions as well. That's the idea. So then that's what we call market coverage. By using intermediaries, we can cover many portion of the market, right? Or we can reach to many customers. Maybe people who are in other regions, maybe customers who are in other countries, like then expertise and specialization in the sense. These people may have more knowledge about the market, especially retailers. So they are always dealing with customers directly. So then they may have more knowledge about what customers wants and needs, what is the current condition of the market. So they will have more knowledge about transportation, distribution methods. So then we can get those expertise and specialization to conduct our distribution more effectively and efficiently. That's the second one. Third one is cost efficiency. It can optimal produce කරලා අපිම distribute කරනවා නම් cost එක වැඩි. But if you are getting support from other people, ඒතකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ අපෙන් purchase කරලා products ඒගොල්ලෝ profit එකක් තියාගෙන විකුණනවා. So then we don't have to worry about the distribution part. It will be done by other people and we will be gaining extra profit as well. So then there will not be that much cost compared to if we do the distribution by ourselves. So that's what we call cost efficiency. Other one is risk sharing. ඉතින් අපිම produce කරලා අපිම distribute කරනවා නම් ඉතින් අපි deliver කරන products ආයි order එක cancel වුණොත් හරි ඒ products damage වුණොත් හරි ඒ cost එක bear කරන්න වෙන්නේ අපිටම තමයි manufacturer එකටම තමයි. හැබැයි manufacturer ගෙන් wholesalers ලා හරි retailers ලා හරි purchase කරලා ඒගොල්ලෝ වෙන වෙන තැන්වල විකුණනවා නම් ඒ products වලට damage වුණොත් ඒවා order cancel වුණොත් ඒක manufacturer ට impact වෙන්නේ නැහැ. risk එක bear කරන්නේ එක්ක wholesaler නැත්නම් retailer. So that's the idea, risk sharing. So if there is any damages to products or if there are any order cancellation, it will be handled by wholesalers and retailers. Then customer convenience. So manufacturer to සමහරක් විට customer ට reach කරන්න බැරි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. In that case, if we are using wholesalers or any other kind of intermediaries, customers can easily access to those people. Right? We can example, ඉතින් අපි manufacturer located in Colombo. හැබැයි current customer කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා ඒ product එක ඕනේ හරි වෙන region එකකින්. අපිට මොකක්ද candy හරි ඒ වගේ දුර පැත්තට. එතකොට යාට මේකට ඇවිල්ලා purchase කරන එක nowadays we do have online methods, but still there will be more delivery cost and all. But if there is any retailer or wholesaler who would like to buy from us and sell in Candy district in there, then customers can easily buy from them, right, without spending much cost and much time. So those kind of benefits are there when we are using intermediaries. Right? So you can write down first one, market coverage. Okay, coverage in there right now. Intermediaries help to help to cover huge portion of the muscle. Huge portion of the muscle. Second one, expertise and specialization. Intermediaries have knowledge. It's about customer needs and wants. Market status. And distribution methods. Cost efficiency, the simple meaning is cost will be reduced. Then risk sharing. Intermediaries will bear the cost of intermediaries will bear BEAR. The cost of damages of products. Or order cancellation. Customer convenience mean easy access for customers. Right, here I will So these are the different methods that we can use to distribute. First one is producer can directly distribute to consumer. So they will do the production as well as distribution. Then we can use wholesalers. Wholesaler, and then we'll be using retailer and then consumer. The next one will be producer, retailer, consumer. Third one, producer, retailer, consumer. That also can. So these are the intermediaries, wholesaler, retailer. They are the intermediaries. Then write down this one with a role of intermediaries. So here, what does it mean? As an intermediary person, what are the things they do or the roles they play? We are categorized into 4, right? First one is transactional function. Transactional in the sense they do buying and selling, right? Manufacturer again purchase karna, natham wholesaler again purchase karna. They will be selling it to the customer, right? Buying and selling. So that's what we call a transactional function. Then logistical function in the sense they do, first thing is they do the transportation part and also they do storage, right? Again, the manufacturer again purchase they will be storing it somewhere before selling it to the final customer. So then they do storage part as well. They will be having their own warehouses, right? Or sometimes they can even rent it out. So however, they will be doing that part as well. And in their other thing is that's what comes under logistical. In facilitating functions, it includes sometimes they do provide credit facilities for the consumer, right? So manufacturer itself can do that as well, but as an intermediary also, they will be given chance for the customer to purchase on credit basis. That facility will be provided. And also, they will be collecting feedback from the customer about the product, and then will be sending those feedbacks again to the manufacturer. That also they will comes under facilitating, right? So they are my customer directly company. They are customers getting feedback reviews about the product. Then those information will be sending back to the manufacturer. So the manufacturer can know whether customer was happy about it or not. And if there are any changes required to the product, they can do it based on that. And finally, communication being, karanama produce side, customer yatara, communication maintain they will be paying that separate room. Right? So they are the people who will be sometimes do promotion on behalf of the manufacturer as well. So then these are the different roles they play. Here you can write down transactional function in buying and selling. Transactional functions in buying and selling. Logistical function. In distribution, transportation of products and warehousing. Facilitating functions. There are credit facilities. And collect feedback from customers. Collect feedback from customers. Share with manufacturer. Final one, communication legal. Diagram now helps the communication between manufacturer and consumer. Here write down the topic channel management decisions. Here channel is the same distribution channel. Here you can find out what are the examples for each is given. So here first we have channel design decision. That means when we are going to first decide what is our distribution method or distribution channel, what are the decisions we have to take. Then when we'll be selecting the channel, when we'll be selecting intermediaries, what are the decisions we have to consider. Then to motivate intermediaries to have a relationship with them, what sort of things we can do. And also to evaluate whether our selected intermediaries are suitable to our goals, whether they are helpful for to achieve our goals, what are the decisions we have to take, right? So you can search by these given topics and find out what are the examples for each. You can search, or else you can just search channel management decisions, or else search when they are designing channel design, what are the decisions marketers need to take. Then in channel selection, what are the decisions? In channel motivation, channel in the sense distribution channel. Distribution channel kita mas search karenge. Then find out examples. This is like now we can remember in price, we discussed process of pricing. In previous lesson also we discussed process of promotion. Similar here in this is also you can consider as steps in channel distribution when selecting channel distribution process. We will discuss. So here you can consider this as the channel distribution channel process, right? So in the first one, it includes channel design decisions. So that means before we are going to decide what is our distribution channel, we have to make some decisions. For example, we have to first identify what are the objectives that we are going to achieve, right? And then we have to identify what type of products that we are going to sell, because based on the product type, our distribution method can be different. So then in there we have to consider, first thing is we will be considering what are the objectives we have to achieve, and then what sort of products that we will be selling, and also what sort of customers that we are going to reach out. Depend on the customer type also our distribution method can be different. So those things we have to consider first. So that's what we will be doing here. Then channel selection, in the sense we will be deciding whether we are going to sell. First we will be deciding whether we will be selling physically, delivering physically. That means maybe face-to-face selling, or maybe whether we are going to sell directly, or else whether we will be using any intermediaries. So if we are going to use intermediaries, whether it will be wholesalers, retailers, both, or whether it will be retailers or any other kind of agents, likewise, we have to select what is the channel that we will be using. Then channel motivation, in the sense to keep long-term relationship with intermediaries. We do have to have good communication with them. To motivate them, sometimes for our channels, we have to implement certain incentive methods, right? Those things we can do. That's what we call channel motivation. And finally, as we have discussed in the promotion and price as well, to check whether our selected intermediaries are useful for us, we have to evaluate them. Maybe based on the output, that means how many products that we have sold out, or maybe how many market size that we have increased. Based on those metrics, we are going to measure whether we have reached our objectives through current intermediaries or not. If not, we will be changing our distribution method and intermediaries. So those are what we will be doing. Any other additional things that you have found out in channel design decisions? Another point, anything else? Then you can write down those in first one, channel design decisions. If you haven't written, you can note down. Point wise, you can write. First one is decide objectives. Decide objectives to be achieved. Second one, identify product type. Third one, identify customer type. Seven type. Then second one, decide whether products will be distributed. Decide products will be distributed. Products will be distributed directly or through intermediaries. Through intermediaries. Then third one, channel motivation. Motivation. To maintain a good relationship. Maintain good relationships, provide incentives. Provide incentives. Have good communication. Channel evaluation. Write down measure whether intermediaries help to achieve organizational goals. දැන් අපි කලින් ප්‍රොමෝෂන් එකේ කතා කරා dynamics of promotional methods කියලා කතා කරේ due to the changes in business environment how promotional methods should be changed. Same here in channel management also we have dynamics. That means due to the changes in business environment how distribution channels should be changed. So these are the dynamics. First one is customer preference changes, right? So due to the customer preference changes, we have to change our distribution methods. So nowadays, customers mostly prefer to purchase online. And when they order something, they expect that to be delivered fast. So they do consider fast delivery and also convenience delivery without any damage to the products. So then based on that preferences, we have to maintain our distribution method. So that's the example for that. Then technological advancement, it helps us to enhance our distribution methods. For example, there can be some automated warehousing systems can be there. If you are into any inventory or maybe stock related things, you may know there are different systems that we use. AI tools, automated systems that we use to handle warehousing, right? And also even demand forecasting we can do by using tools like AI to identify how many demand will be there in future. So then we can be prepared in advance. So those things we can consider due to the technological advancement, distribution channels, or the methods. It was helpful for us to change or enhance our distribution methods, right? That's there. And globalization, due to the globalization, we have to distribute our products and services not only within the country, for other countries as well, because companies are expanding to other countries. So then in there, we have to change our distribution method. We cannot use traditional methods. And conflicts and cooperation. So we have to, if we are using intermediaries, there sometimes can be conflicts among intermediaries and the manufacturer. So in there, we have to make sure we don't have such conflicts, or else even though we have conflicts, we have to sort out those things quickly. So we will be discussing later what are the conflicts and how to sort them. And then we have to consider about the regulatory and ethical changes implemented to a country, because based on that, especially when it's come to import and export, so based on that, we have to change our distribution channels and methods. එතකොට අපි කලින් ප්‍රොමෝෂන් එකේ කතා කරේ ඩයිනමික්ස් නිසා කොහොමද ප්‍රොමෝෂන්ස් වෙනස් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. මෙතන තියෙන්නේ ඩයිනමික්ස් වලට එක්සැම්පල්ස්. හරි. So මේ ඩයිනමික්ස් නිසා distribution channel එක වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. So then that's what here it has explained. And here it has given physical distribution, similar thing that we have discussed earlier. So physical distribution in the sense actual movement of products from manufacturer to customer directly or maybe through an internet. Right? So there we do consider these different same thing we have discussed at the first. But then here these are the conflicts that can happen. So conflicts they have divided into three. First one is horizontal conflict. Horizontal conflict means if we are using two retailers, sometimes we can have one retailer, or for a manufacturer there can be few retailers, right? So then among those retailers, if conflicts are happening, that's we call horizontal. If the conflict is happening between manufacturer, retailer, that means people from different levels, that's we call vertical conflict, right? එකම level එකේ intermediaries ලා දෙන්නෙක් අතර ඇති වෙන conflicts වලට කියනවා horizontal. If the conflicts are happening between intermediaries who are in different levels, that we call vertical. Multi-channel in the sense if we are using many distribution channels, and among them if there are conflicts, maybe agents, maybe wholesalers, retailers, manufacturer, ඒ ඔක්කොම අතර conflicts තියෙනවා නම් that's we call multi-channel conflict. Okay. So then those are the different categories. So here first find out what sort of conflicts can occur among these people. Maybe among intermediaries or between intermediary and manufacturer. Search and find out few examples for distribution conflicts. Distribution conflicts among intermediaries or else between intermediary and the manufacturer. What are the examples? Any examples? Yes. What we have found out. GPT got done and do other answers. Yeah. There can be conflicts due to price differences, right? Let's say, for example, manufacturer selling directly to customer same product in one price, and then retailer or the wholesaler, they will be selling, let's say retailer selling to the customer same product with another price. So normally retailer will be adding some sort of amount to that the initial price, and then will be selling. So if manufacturer also decided to sell directly, then there will be two prices to the same product. Then there will be conflicts that you can consider as a conflict example for vertical thing, right? The manufacturer can available thinking the retailer available. they consider conflicted. Then sometimes in terms of promotional strategies that they use, or the way the things that they communicate, the information that they will be given to the consumer about the same product sometimes can be different, right? Because they make their information වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට එතනදී conflicts එන්න පුළුවන්. Especially if the consumer get to know about it, there will be huge issue. So let's say, for example, there will be two retailers who will be selling the same product, but the things they communicate are different. So in that case, there will be a conflict. So that you can consider as an example of example, right? So those things can be there. And sometimes manufacturer, they initially decided to not to sell directly to the customer, but later, so they are currently using intermediaries, but later they have decided to do direct selling as well. Then in there also there can be some confusions or conflicts, right? Because already our goal of sell කරන්නේ වැඩි price එකකට. පස්සේ manufacturer decide කරොත් අඩු price එකකට එයාලත් involve වෙලා directly sell කරනවා කියලා there will be issues. So there can be those kind of problems, and sometimes with the retailers la customers lagging already orders අරගෙන හැබැයි manufacturer produce කරනවා. හරි manufacturer එකකින් එන්න late වෙලා ඒ වගේ issues තියෙනවා. So those are some examples. Right? So you can write an example for the horizontal conflict. Example, providing different information. Providing different information to the consumers by two different retailers about the same product. Now, vertical conflict example. Manufacturer and retailer charging two different prices. Two different prices for the same product. This is how we can sort out those conflicts. We need to communicate openly, and then we can negotiate. For example, if there are price differences, then we can try to talk with each other and decide what they can do. And there should be fair performance evaluation and incentives. Then there should be proper coordination between channels, right? And there should be leaders who will be responsible for what they are doing. And if the conflict is very huge one, we can get the support from a third party, which we call arbitrator. And also by maintaining good relationship and partnership, we can try to sort out or we can try to prevent any future conflicts. Right? So just remember a few of them as a way to sort out those conflicts among distribution. So we can get. Then last part we come to the break. This one and the previous one, which include technology in promotion. Okay, then we will have a break. After that, we will go. Thank you. Here this one is when group right, you can do it quickly. Here the previous slide also you can check, or else you can select, no need to take all of these, select few, find out how this technology help for promotion and distribution. Over table table columns technology AI, automation, robotics, and we have a තුනක් විතර තුනක් ඊට පස්සේ එක column එක promotion අනිත් එක distribution channel. ඒක ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ examples. view AI use කරලා distribution channels වල මොනවද අලුතෙන් එන්න තියෙන්නේ කලින් මම කිව්වා automated warehousing ඒ වගේ ඒවා එනවා. ඊට වගේ examples දැනට ටිකල් වල දෙකේ තියෙනවා. promotions වලට මොනවද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට group එකක් discuss කරමු. Kemarin hilang gitu. Yeah. Yeah, allocation. So here I will upload separate notes for both these. Right? It includes the explanation and also some examples. So there I will include that. Then next week overlook the video again. Something can next week අර කිව්වා වගේ sessions දෙකක් තියෙනවා online lecture එකක් යන්නේ. Saturday අපේ තව lessons දෙකක් තියෙනවා. Saturday දෙකම කරනවා පොඩි lesson එකකුයි පොඩි lessons දෙකක් තියෙන්නේ. Sunday model paper past paper discussion දෙක model හරි. yeah. ඒක online කරන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නේ නෑ. නෑ online එකේ මේ class එකේදී ඔයගොල්ලෝ correct කෙනෙක් හරි දෙන්නෙක් හරි present කරන්න.